Hello, welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's me, aproustian, and I'm still kind of making the rounds trying to talk to some people that it's been a while since I've talked to, including Everard. It's not a fishing rod, is it? It's... Oh, I don't see what they're talking about. Up there in the corner, maybe? Oh no, I can't tell. How do I get in here? There we go. Like that? It's like got two... It's like a tuning fork. I don't know what that is. What in the world? Okay.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes.
It's not a glowing success yet. I'm pretty sure the last time I took damage.
Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
Oh yeah, the container I asked you about. Turns out there's a mega-rich light-bending guy inside.
Mega-rich light-bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega-rich light-bending guys.
Kim, tell him he was there.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
The lieutenant says slowly.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Seen the mysterious bottom nationhood. Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist.
You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega-rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbor's fog lights.
Okay.
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Alright. Yes, good joke.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
He does not. No. I could just lie about this. I don't think it would get me very far. Because it's not even a check. You know, like if it were a check, that means I'd have a chance to succeed. If I'm just saying lie about it, Everart's gonna be like, you're fucking lying to me. Alright,
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, let me know when it's done.
Okay. Change
By all means,
topic.
Harry. What's on your mind?
Alright. Well, at least I was able to check in with him about the mega rich man. Anything else in here? No. Okay. And how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I could ask him, can we keep the greeting shorter? Why would I do that? His greetings are amazing. I have some questions for you.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
The little guy chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Huh, what do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Huh, hold up. Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Huh, interesting. So I get a task here. Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Huh, what is
He
off
didn't
about the
actually
borscht?
understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Yeah, same, though. Same. Huh. Alright. What is this task I've just given myself? The special borscht. What is so special about the borscht the strikers are eating? The cook in the whirling in rags is making it. You can find him in the kitchen. Look into it. This is exactly the kind of thing that Kim gives me shit over. Like, the case. We should focus on the case. Why are you asking about borscht? Because, I don't know, it'll give me XP. It's on my list. Alright. Oh, right. This is just another way around, I think. And up. And out. You know, I wonder, can I go in here? Like, is
This
anyone
is the
here
night
right
watchman's
now?
booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud.
Oh yeah, this is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Okay, I think I've looked around
Nothing
before.
incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
I'm gonna leave
Let's
the
get
picture
going.
alone. So
The
it looks like
entire
I've done
neighborhood
that
can see us up
before.
here.
Have a seat. Rest.
The chair is not as austere as the rest
Oh.
of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Huh. And gray pillow, breathe. Search for a little something to help you
The
out.
drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side
Oh
effects.
boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence,
Critical flatulence.
watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
Those are the side
Don't
effects?
think about that. Quick, think about something else.
I'm not gonna think about this. Because Harry is scared of this, so he will never be held or loved in this world again. Let's see what the big deal is. That's pretty normal. I hope I'm not fucking Renee over by taking his painkillers. No, we'll think about disco, mirror balls, kick-ass moves, bougie beat.
The imagined dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco.
Huh. I can ask Kim. Alright, Kim, would you mind if I help myself to some meds?
I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective.
Indeed. We'll take the
You
painkillers.
take the painkillers. They are yours
Excellent.
now.
Wow, that gave me a lot more morale boosting stuff. I can lose so much morale now.
You stand and exit the booth.
Health is still shaky. Health is still shaky, guys. But morale, we're in pretty good shape. Okay, let's exit. You know, maybe I'll go talk to Renee again. He was playing. Come on, door. Door? There we go. He was playing pétanque. Oh, and I have some bottles to sell. I did see a lovely comment that I could probably not worry about the tie, and I could probably sell the spirits, and I may yet if I need to, but at this point I'm still kind of default trying to hold on to stuff. We'll see what happens later if I'm desperate for money. Having free housing makes a big deal.
The
Very
tear machine stands in the corner.
UBI.
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
There we go. 50 more cents. Look, with that and the 3 real I got from the rich guy, I have like twice as much money as I had before. Almost. Okay. So I'm gonna come talk to Renee, who was down here somewhere. Do not 100% remember. I think I've gone too far. I think maybe it's no, can't go that way. Yeah, down the stairs and then over. Oh, is he not here? The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Oh, it's after 9 o'clock. Okay, so he's probably gone to bed, like all other reasonable people. But I can't yet, because I have places to be. And I'm trying to think, do I want to take Kim with me to the meeting? I'm not sure that I need to. I feel like I probably want to, like, just yeah, so Stebbins meeting at 22 after 20. I'm not sure if having Kim there will cramp my style or give me more interesting perspective. Like, one of the things I like about running around with Kim is that he occasionally has something to say about it, and I really like hearing his thoughts. So, I might try to keep him with me. I'm checking over here, by the way, to see if I can get into that door that I had seen. This one. Can I get into this now that I have my pry bar? No, I think that's still locked. So that must need a key specifically. I don't remember if that's the door I went into for the man on the balcony. I thought his was upstairs more. I could be totally wrong about that. Okay. Well, problem is I have half an hour to spend, and I'm not sure how to spend it. Can I sit on the bench when Kim's around if it's after 9 o'clock? I wonder. Let's give it a try.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on bench.
You
Okay.
can revisit the bench.
So he has to be gone. So okay, so it's not the time of day. It's... I could probably ditch Kim. I will then at this point. Although I wonder if I can do it by coming here or if I have to go back to my house. Anything else happening here? They've got their disco lights. Oh wait, I have to investigate the borscht. Wait a minute. Can I go through here now?
You see a heavy steel door with the cobalt blue surface feels old cobalt paint. The door does not budge. The door
Pushing it.
does not.
No,
the
I'm
door
pushing
does-
on it. I'm
the
pushing
door
on
does
it.
not budge.
Mm,
The door does not.
fine. Where's the cook? Maybe because it's after 9? Maybe this is something else I'll have to investigate tomorrow. What do you
Hey,
think, Gart?
was there something you needed?
Poor Gart.
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Did it? I mean, I guess it did. He's just tired. So another thing
Another
with the
thing.
whirling.
Great. I love those.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing new with you. Okay, Kim, let's see if I can send you to your room here, or if I need to go down to... so that doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah. Okay, alright. That means I do need to go back to my house. I can do that. Got that you can sleep after 2100 sleeping, you know, heals all of your health and morale, and I'm like, God, I can't wait. I'm not actually tired, but Harry feels tired. Okay, map. You are here. I wish to travel to the fisherman shacks. And I'm gonna go home. Good night, Kim.
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Okay. Because just because I've come in here doesn't mean I have to stay in here. Now I can leave. And I can go sit on the bench until 2200. So let's travel back to Martinez.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Shoot. If I do 30 minutes, will I be late for the meeting? But if I do 15 minutes, will I be early for the meeting? Let me just save, just to make sure I don't mess this up somehow. And I'm gonna do 30 and walk over. I assume that makes the most sense.
You sit on the wind.
Stare into the sky.
Time passes. Darkness ahead. You don't even know what you are waiting for anymore.
Alright. Let's go. I've got some communists to meet. I love the tile work in this area, and like you see how it's old and partially destroyed, obscured, but like what's there is really beautiful. Okay. This room, I assume. Is this not where the meeting is? Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. Okay, but to meet with Stebbin in the Cape Side Apartments, I assumed that would be there. That's the bathroom. Oh, maybe it's the locked door that I was trying to get to. This room?
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Knock.
No one answers.
Knock.
No one answers. No
Knock.
one. No
Come
one.
on.
No one answers.
Okay, so that's not my communist meeting. What did it say? It just said in the Cape Side Apartments. 10 Stibbins meeting. I don't remember if there were more specific instructions. And I hope it's not because I'm here after 2200. I don't know how I would manage to be here at 22 on the dot. No one's there. Is it this?
You hear someone walking around inside. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
I don't think that's my communist meeting. Where are these guys? Oh, did I know there was a balcony here? Ah, this is where she is. Oh, duh, it's right where she is. Oh my god, Cindy, of course, she told me about it. No, this is her. I have been here. Fire! Suddenly you feel the box is on fire? Why? I don't know. Okay, so it's not this. Never gonna find the communists. Cindy, where are they? Okay, if I can't find them, I'll talk to her. I'm gonna keep looking.
As you
here.
approach the metal grill, you can
There
hear
we
several
go.
voices having what appears to be an animated discussion. This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez.
Why do I get the feeling Harry's gonna be deeply disappointed by this?
Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt. The acrid smell of failure. No, that's just slightly burnt coffee. A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at this pig, sniffing about after hours.
Why didn't you say the secret door was right behind you?
Must have slipped my mind. You know how it goes.
She gives you a lackadaisical shrug.
The metal grill is cool to the touch.
Try to listen.
You can make out at least two separate voices. Two voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Careful with those now. I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
Try to
You
listen.
can make out two voices.
Careful
it's the
with
same
those now.
thing.
I have it.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent.
Who's there? Is that you, Maurice?
I'm not gonna say it's not Maurice, it's the police. I'm not gonna claim to be Maurice. I'm gonna say, are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists, which doesn't honestly sound much better.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
Listen, I've already built like They've dropped the 0 before the decimal, but I refuse to read it that way. 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence.
What's the passphrase?
Oh, blessed are the sausage grinders?
Did he say something about sausages?
The voice appears completely confused by your response. I forget if Cindy told me a passphrase. And I feel like it's none of these, but I'm gonna try them all. Disco Supernova.
No, it's not. We don't do ironic passphrases here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you locked out of your radio or computer or something? No. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4.
Remember Dubrova and Abendanize?
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way.
Uh-oh.
Alright. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away, in places.
Oh boy.
Have fun at your underground meeting, pig. Hope it's a blast.
Are they planning to dynamite something? Like, I feel like she would find that really funny. And based on what they said about, like, it's gonna work this time, I don't know. Let's go! Meeting communists, let's
The
do
two
it.
young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor.
Oh, I don't know what I expect. Okay, I expected either some revolutionary, like, you know, fire keg plot, or dudes who are just, like, stoned and talking. But, like, this is like dominoes or something. What is going on?
Matchboxes, it appears.
Matchboxes.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is. It's holding.
Stebin the student communist and the echo maker.
It's definitely not holding. Those matchboxes are stacked so haphazardly, it's like they want them to collapse.
It's definitely not holding.
Careful, careful.
Oh no! Oh no! You guys fucked up.
Damn, hardly any difference.
The young man shakes his head, then looks up at you with barely concealed irritation.
You're late.
Oh!
You should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
His companion looks up at you and squints. Well, it's just been a couple minutes.
There's a great deal of tension in this young man's shoulders, more than someone his age should bear. Meanwhile, his companion inclines toward him, eager to catch every word that dribbles from his friend's mouth. Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently?
Oh.
Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
Huh. I don't remember the Sarah Marisian jacket. I'm gonna say this. Do you recognize the jacket?
Esteban, isn't that your jacket?
What a coincidence. You two have the same jacket.
We have
What
the
are the odds?
same jacket.
Based on the prevalence of white Sarah Mauritian suits in Martinez, extremely low.
It certainly looks like my jacket, Alexis. Where did you get that, gendarme?
Oh, shit. I think I got it from his room. Huh. I just found it. In a room. Feels a little bit on the nose. Must be a coincidence. I see these jackets all the time.
Unlikely. That's real Sarmaritzian twill. Only old Sarmaritzian communists and drug smugglers wear those anymore.
He is neither of those, of course. He is simply a poor student putting on airs. Also, he doesn't have the shoulders to fill out such a jacket.
See, Uli? It's just like Mazov wrote. How does it go, gang?
Those committed to the rights of property are those most apt to violate them.
Just a minute. Steban, Ulixis. Why do those names ring the faintest of bells?
Oh, they do not. So...
Probably because they're the real names of Nazteb and Exilus, the authors of that so-called essay about Tip-Top Tournay you read.
Aha.
You should get to the bottom of this when you have the
I
chance.
think I vaguely remember that
I
essay.
assumed it was Maurice who broke into my room to play a trick on me. I didn't think I'd actually been raided by the RCM.
So do you want your jacket back?
Absolutely not. You have to keep it.
Oh, I do.
Can you imagine the look on Morris's face when he finds out the RCM has been kicking my door down?
Oh, he's proud
He'll
of
shit
this.
himself. Positively.
And now they've sent one of their agents to infiltrate our meeting.
He rubs his hands together excitedly. Hold on, I'm not here to infiltrate your meeting. I want to join your meeting.
The RCM wants to join us?
A quizzical expression.
Interesting. Does that mean you've done the reading?
Uh-oh. No one said anything about reading. You'll just have to wing this one.
The reading. Yes, I've definitely done that.
You have? Excellent. Let's hear your critique then.
I thought the themes were Interesting.
They always say that when they haven't done their reading.
God damn it. It's true.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
Maybe he can explain himself.
What exactly are you two doing here?
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. It's the most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinaise.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
It's obvious they take this group of theirs extremely seriously. Whatever you do, don't compare it to a common book club.
I can say, sounds just like a regular book club. It sounds like a place for intense intellectual engagement, exactly my kind of jam.
That's our whole thing. The world is so shallow, all noise and repetition. We're interested in genuinely radical critique.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
I love it because he's the echo maker. He's literally just parroting what Steban says in that sentence.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
Of course. I didn't realize they taught radical Mazovian theory in the universities.
As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
I mean, maybe in Martin. Well, anyways, that's a can of worms I'm not going to get into because I teach at university.
We are post-attendance, basically.
Post-attendance.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called École Normale de Recherche is the library. That's where we've made our greatest critical strides.
So what does your reading group actually read?
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
For some reason, the word plasm catches in your ear like a piece of old wax. Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating.
Oh no, I failed the volition. I'll force myself to keep listening for now.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
That's a great title.
Communist theorists love puns, in case that wasn't obvious.
Hablars une paix infernale.
The original Fizdale translation, not that watered down revisionist garbage.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they've actually read all this stuff.
Obviously.
He snorts. So, what's interesting to me about this is, like, in real life, I am not, like, tied into any communist movements. Although, I certainly lean more socialist communist myself, personally. But, the critiques I've seen of a lot of these groups is that it's a lot of talk and not much action, right? And that's what these guys feel like. A lot of talk, a lot of reading. What are you doing? You know? And like, some reading is good, right? It's good to know the theories and know the basic foundation that you're building off of. But anyways, let me just say that this is not surprising to me at all that this would be what the communist meeting is.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
Wait, who are these inframaterialists?
You're not familiar with them? It's pretty advanced stuff. You may not be ready for it yet, gendarme.
The two young men exchanged skeptical side glances. Okay, but then who's this Ignace Nilsson guy?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
Wow.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
Oh no. And I failed an encyclopedia check, which is tough for me. That's usually my strength.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nielsen who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
There's that plasm again.
Those words again. You've got to find out what this inframaterialist stuff is all about.
Right?
Whatever it is, one thing's perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them.
Oh boy.
The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
I'm gonna assume the answer is no, but I'll ask. Did the reading group have anything to do with the lynching?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
Indeed not.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
You're not. I assume you're not affiliated with the union.
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
He speaks the truth.
I agree. Are there any operational communists in Martinez?
No, unfortunately. The communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Like this one, shown the Bell McGrave rifle.
His companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon. He's practically itching to stick that thing in someone's face and pull the trigger.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry.
He knits his brows together, then looks up.
Can I hold it?
Okay, because I want to be friends.
It's heavier than I was expecting.
The rifle rests in his open palms. Its position reminds you of something.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith. Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him. When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
Excellent. Okay, where's the rest of the reading group?
What do you mean? This is the reading room.
Oh, there's just the two of you?
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Easy.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Uh-oh, what happened to them?
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it. Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
If you can believe it.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading group.
Novels, unbelievable. Shake your head.
See? Even the gendarme gets it.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Okay.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Okay, what's so bad about the Gottwaldians?
They're the most depressing school of communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Gottwalders, in other words.
It's okay for Uli to say that, because his dad is from Gottwald.
I see. What's so depressing about their theories?
The Gottwald school believe that intellectuals as a class are incapable of sparking revolutionary change. So all they can do is critique capitalism from inside itself.
In other words, they have lost faith in their own relevance.
That's why they spend all their time smoking cigarettes and writing long works of criticism that make you want to commit suicide.
It's interesting because believing that intellectuals are a class incapable of sparking revolutionary change, all they can do is critique capitalism from the inside itself, sounds like a critique of the intellectuals. And this is like a school that says, yep, that's correct. That's it. That's what we are. Which is weird, right? Yeah, that sounds miserable.
It is miserable. That's probably why they're always committing suicide. You see, the Gottwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. but scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
Unlike you two. Okay, what about the iconoclasts?
For starters, they love talking about beans.
Beans?
That's right. Iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future.
This is some Pythagoras shit going on here.
Nota bene, iconoclast is an extra pejorative form of the already pejorative name, Mazovian economists, a moderate school of Mazovianism which advocates the gradual transition to communism through carefully managed economic modernization rather than violent social revolution.
They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism.
By far. I don't get it. Are the beans a metaphor?
If only. They've got all the beans accounted for in their asset sheets, their quarterly budgets, their future projections. But for some reason, there are never enough beans to go around. So we've just got to cut our bean rations in half.
And next thing you know, there are budget cuts, so now we've got to cut the bean rations in half again. You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists, but in reality they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
What about the liberals? Are they liberals too?
Of course not. The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
Basically indistinguishable from fascists. You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
What about Cindy? Is she part of the group?
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
Oh god, they asked Cindy to write an essay and submit. Oh man, I could just imagine her flipping them off.
That doesn't stop her from using the room for studio space, of course.
Of course. Okay, now what was this about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Oh boy.
Right. So a few weeks ago we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said... what were his exact words, Ulexis?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
What is this inframaterialist business they keep blathering about? You've never heard of anything like it.
I have not. Remind me what inframaterialist theory says about turnips again?
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops, which Morris somehow has the gall to deny.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
Oh no.
For us, the question
People
boiled
reading
down to,
novels?
if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
So you expelled Maurice from the reading group over an argument about turnips?
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Ah. Heard enough. Let's talk
Go
about
ahead.
something else. Yeah, what were you doing with the matchboxes?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around.
It's like they were trying to prove something.
It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could, with predictable results.
Huh. You two wrote that article in La Fumée, didn't you?
You've read our article.
For the first time since you met the young man, words seem to desert him.
That I did not expect.
His companion is blushing now, a sheepish grin on his face.
The energy in the room has shifted ever so slightly in your favor. They're afraid they've somehow embarrassed themselves in front of you.
Interesting.
Well, don't keep us on tenterhooks. What did you think of the essay?
Gosh, I wish I remembered it better. It's been a while.
Time to meet these two on the intellectual battlefield. Why don't you show off those highly developed critical faculties of yours?
Yeah, it was a good article. You should keep developing your ideas.
Well, of course, that's just an initial foray into the subject. We're hoping to return to it for a more substantial treatment next term. In any case, I'm glad our piece found its audience. That's always the hope with these things, you know.
Awesome. Is the reading group accepting new members?
We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
The young man turns to his companion.
But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Stefan, you can't be serious. For gendarme?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, you still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process.
He turns back to you.
Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
All right. Hey. Voracious bibliophilic Territorn. Is that because I've read several books? Okay. That's
Sure.
enough.
We're here most every night.
Sleep well.
Okay. I'm going to save. Oh, it's auto-saving. It just saved. Okay, good. And I want to try that white check.
The gendarme returns.
Wait, it was
What do you need?
composure. Ah, wrong button. I'm so excited. I want to try this. I want to see if I can increase my composure here. Conceptualization. Actually, something I should check is what color composure is, because last time I realized when I was watching through, I missed a shirt that would have given me a rhetoric buff for opening the container, because I thought rhetoric was a purple check and it's blue. So, shoot, what am I looking for? I just said it. Is it conceptualization?
The gendarme returns. What do you need?
Composure. Where's composure? Is that that is a thing, right? Oh, it's yellow. Okay, okay. See? This is why I check. Alright. So now I can go to close, and I'm looking for composure, which is yellow. I have no idea if I have anything that will help me. Hey, I do! I've got my shoes! Oops. And this? Oh yes, I'm gonna be much better at this check in this jacket. Okay. Alright. I want to join your book club.
The gendarme returns. What do you need?
92. Yes.
What's there to be
Hey.
scared of? You've really been cracking the books these last few days. You can go toe to intellectual toe with any reading group in Martinez. You've spent a not inconsiderable amount of time arranging the works in your mental library by theme and period. All the ideas and references you'll need are ready at hand. Now, chin up. You've got this.
This is just the group I've been looking for. When do we start?
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
He looks back to his companion, then back to you.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in? And we'll just see where the conversation goes.
Oh boy, this is starting to get a lot, and I feel like I'm actually running out of time. Damn it. I'll keep going. Could be a long episode. Alright, sure. Harry gets really into political and historical subjects. That does seem to be true.
Absolutely. It's the only proper foundation to develop a real understanding of events.
Huh. So I've recently finished The Greatest Innocence.
Don't think I'm familiar with it. Give us a quick summary, if you don't mind.
Oh boy.
This is a good start. They're
Oh,
starting to
yay.
loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. You quickly gloss Lopez de Fuego's essential argument, peppering it with your own commentary and asides.
But then, any critical account of Dolores Day's reign has to seriously reckon with her atrocities in Margaretania and La Vuelta during the Mesque secession, don't you think?
Yeah, honestly, I did get the impression there was something inhuman about her.
The whole Innocentic system practically requires that. Without true gods, we are made to set them up for ourselves.
He nods vigorously.
If he wants a real critical history, he's got to read on the material conditions of the Mirovan Boilermakers.
He's so good. Brutally revelatory.
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
But to Comrade Ulix's point, isn't there value in reading really difficult books, just for the sheer challenge of it?
I tried reading this extremely depressing Gradian novel.
Oh, right. 16 Days of Coldest, whatever. What was your take on it?
Now's your chance to end this interview on a high note. You ably summarize the novel's characters and themes.
Look at me go. Harry's
Even
on
better,
fire.
you're able to connect those themes to your critique of the novel's formal qualities, such as they are.
And then, so anyway, I had to give up. There was no point in subjecting myself to needless suffering.
It's no wonder you couldn't finish it. Sounds like turgid bourgeois social realism.
He nods approvingly.
And Gradian realism is the worst realism. It's nearly as bad as Gottwaldian critical theory.
Makes you want to gouge your eyes out. Or better, gouge the author's eyes out.
Oh.
In any case, I think we've heard enough. We could use someone with your perspective in the group. With just a bit more theoretical foundation, I think you'll be making real contributions.
Look at that.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
I love how excited I am about this. Harry's joined a reading group.
Here's your first assignment. It's an
Oh.
overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
I'll add it to my very extensive reading list.
You're going to fit right in, I think. Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m.
Aha.
Do be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
Excellent. Excellent. And now it's midnight. So my grades are trash this semester. Oh, goodness. I would commit war crimes for some real Sarah Marizian coffee. Oh boy. Alright, so that is going to be it for today. Next time I'll explore this room and then probably send Harry to bed. Yeah, I'll see y'all then. Bye.